March 28th, 2025. I'm in Norwich, Connecticut. I'm going to drive over to West Main Street. Currently, I'm on Westtown Street in Norwich, but I'm going to drive over to West Main Street. I'm trying an experiment by angling the camera to the right of my visual field to capture more businesses and, the homes and everything, to see if they hopefully appear more accurate, clear. When I do a straight-on view, which is what I always do, and that's kind of a POV, point of view drive that I've been doing for several years, it captures what it feels like to drive and what you can see, and you can see as you would normally see as if you were driving. This is an experiment. It might not work. I mean, this video may never see the light of day, but if it does work, the visuals will be different, but maybe, give more detail on what the properties look like, at least to the right of the vehicle. I mean, if I did it to the left, and I'm judging left and right by me facing forward as I drive. If I did it to the left, I'd just get a bunch of cars, oncoming traffic and things like that. So this is going to be the best case scenario for looking. Like, I'm going by Riddy's Tire Service right now. Adams Tavern used to be back there in the 70s and 80s. Friendly's is to my right, to my left, and you obviously won't be able to see that at all. So that could be a negative aspect of this driving experience. I'm driving by Samuel Huntington School right now. So in theory, if this thing is operating properly in the way I hope it operates, like Sacred Heart Church on the right, or I should say in front of you, then it's all good. But here's the problem. Potential problem. If the camera is angled too severely and dramatically to the right, you'll get this sweeping, dizzying effect that it'll just be too much to... You won't be able to get too far into the video without, probably getting queasy. It won't be. See, there's Johnson Home. This could be interesting. A lot of it depends on the speed of my driving. Now, West Main Street is like the perfect testing ground because there's tons of businesses there on both sides. I'll go up the street and down the street. Let me take a right here. I'm on Town Street right now. I'm taking a right on the London Turnpike. But if this thing pans out, I mean, again, this is a total shot in the dark. I can only get so many potential angles. I can't really fine-tune the adjustment of this camera as far as if I point it a little bit. Let's say it would be a little bit more effective to the left. We're going by the former Benny's right now, right? It's FW Webb at the moment. Benny's is closed. So this camera is pointing over there. If I turn that camera right now, it's mounted on the portion of the hood, not the front, but more, I would say, closer to the windshield, which is, I don't do that normally. But I had to find a level spot to put that camera. You don't want an angled, your horizon would be tilted. That would be unusual. So if I turn the camera the way it's mounted on there right now, ever so slightly to the left, then you start to pick up parts of the car that show, on the, the hood. We don't want part of the hood obstructing our view as we drive down the road. As I drive down the London Turnpike right now, I don't want any of the hood obstructing. So this is why I say this may work or it may not work. Unless there's some way I can angle this thing. It'll be a fine-tuning where I angle the camera to get a good view of everything on the right-hand side of me without, giving you motion sickness, basically, as I turn down Asylum Street. Without giving you motion sickness, and also keeping the hood or any other obstruction on the vehicle. This is definitely a lot more stealth. I mean, it's on the far right side of my hood near my windshield. So, it doesn't look like a hood ornament or something. A lot of people look at the camera when I'm driving and point and what is that and all this type of thing. I don't think anybody's going to notice this. If they do, I would have to be right now I'm at a stop sign on Asylum Street. Sherman Street Bridge is to my left, which you can't see, but you can see a house or whatever is visible, right? I would assume it's that gray house back there. As I drive up Asylum Street, I'm going to hit West Main. That'll be my testing ground. I mean, this is all testing ground, but that's kind of what I had in mind. If I can fine-tune things so that the combination of getting good, comfortable to look at visuals without motion sickness or, just an overwhelming kind of a things whipping by at an incredibly high speed without being able to kind of look at what's there. That's the potential problem. Obviously I've mentioned it, but that's the potential thing that could kill this this project. But we're going to find out. If you're watching this now, it worked. Otherwise, it doesn't see the light of day as we drive down Asylum Street. And I definitely have less of a feel for what I'm recording, because normally that camera's dead center on the front of the hood. And I can see the back of the camera, and I can actually see, it's small, but I can see what I'm recording. Let's put it that way. Seems to be some road work up there, straight ahead. We're about to end this Asylum Street drive. I should keep in mind that I should keep my speed down. All right. So I don't know what's going on up here. There's a whole Norwich Public Utilities. So there's some kind of, maybe it's a gas line or something going on. So when I stop, this camera right now is probably recording that white house and part of a brick building. So we're being waved down. We can see this gentleman here. Okay, that's some interesting visuals. All right, now I'm going to try to drive a little bit slower. We got a Dollar General over there. Willow's Corner. Physical therapy, office supply, furniture, whatever. It's all there. You can see it. I hope it's not dizzying. It can't be too bad right now because I'm coming to a stop. You got Fat Cat grill and bar. You got Surplus Unlimited. You got AutoZone. A gentleman walking in the parking lot. I mean, all this stuff, this is... there's that big giant cowboy statue over there near Harbor Freight. And Snipes. You got Walgreens. All this stuff laid out right in front of me. I'm driving real slow. People are passing me. I figured as much. But I'm just trying to get those buildings at a comfortable pace. We are coming up on, what is this, Kids World Childcare, Jack's Brick Oven Pizzeria, Italian cuisine. Used to be the Village Green back in the 70s. Maybe part of the 80s too, I believe. Village Green was I would say a disco, live music occasionally. Milena, legendary Norwich band Milena played there many, many times. But I recall it being a dance club with a guy, a DJ, spinning records. Records. Okay, Little Caesars, all kind of businesses down. New oil change right there, Take 5. That's a new business. I'm annoying the heck out of people by driving slow. It's interesting. Wendy's hamburgers to my right back there. Now you're probably getting a look at nothing. Abrevieties, a big wall of Abrevieties. Beyond that would be the Norwich East Great Plains Fire Department. There's a mobile gas station. Bunch of restaurants down here, 99, Five Guys, Burger King, all your conventional Everytown USA businesses that populate literally every small town, big town in America and probably the world at this point. I think I'll go down to Walmart. See, I got to stay in the right lane too. That's another. This is a kind of a learning experience here to see if this thing's going to pan out. Salem Plaza over there, Liberty Bank, Norwich Pharmacy, highly regarded pharmacy. It's back there. Obviously, some of the scenic, the stone rock formation to my right back there is less than thrilling, but Ames Plaza back there to my right. If I took a right, that would put me on 395 North. All right, so there's a gentleman in a car right next to me playing music. I'm not sure if he's in the frame or not. But if he is, that's interesting. I can't tell. That's the thing. I don't have a good view of the camera from the angle, my angle of view at this moment, so it's tricky. Holiday Inn to my right. I'm going to have to get into the left lane just so I can turn into Walmart. If you're watching this now and you like this effect, Let me know. If you hate it, let me know. Be very curious to see how you feel about it. As I wait to turn into Walmart, and Big Y is down here. Tremendous amount of traffic coming at me directly. So I don't know if this light's going to turn red. That's one thing when you stop the camera, just kind of point statically at a side view of whatever this, wherever this car happens to be sitting at the moment. All right, let me do a sweep down near Big Y, and I'll jump back on the road out there and head down to West Main Street again. We'll get the other side, the businesses. I mean, if you haven't lived in Norwich in 50 years, it might be cool to see these businesses and how West Main Street looks now compared to back in the old days. That might be pretty cool. Let me get down the whole length of this. We can see people doing things near Walmart. I mean, maybe again, this could be too fast. I don't know. Some people down here, if I turn left, they should be on camera. They'll be in the distance, but I have to pay very close attention. Now, there's a new storage facility up here. It looks huge. 2 or 3 stories on the far right. When I turn left, you'll be able to see it. It's called Move, M-O-O-V-E, in self-storage, right there, I think, if the camera can grab that. Bunch of big Walmart trucks over there to my right. It's not to my right. For me, it's confusing, but in front of you, you probably see those big 18-wheeler Walmart trucks parked in that lot over there. All right, another red light. So that camera, my assumption, will be pointed at a bunch of shrubs. As I wait patiently for the red light to turn green. There's a sign. It says no turn on red. Sign under that, no soliciting or loitering on Walmart property. Sign on the ground under those signs that say we buy cars used and junk. And there's a phone number. If this works out, this could be very interesting. This could open up a whole new wave of potential videos of, I concentrate on Norwich. I've done that for many years. All right, there's your move-in self-storage. Again, I'm driving slower than normal. Once again, the folks behind me, less than happy about that. Maplewood Cemetery to my right. It's a big Hampton Inn over there. I go under a bridge, and these cars that you see probably directly in front of you are coming off 395 North. We're on Salem Turnpike right now. as our light turns green. And there's a dental office up here and Berkshire Bank. West 82 Wine and Liquor. Starbucks is right up ahead. Hopefully you can see it comfortably. My speed right now, I'm doing less than 40, which I gotta catch the speed limit. I haven't seen a sign. Still on Salem Turnpike. That's going to turn into West Main Street pretty soon. You can see some of the businesses on the right. Norwich Optometry. Kid riding a bicycle right there. Coming to a stop sign. That'll get you a view of a building. Let's see, it's for lease right now, that building that you see there. I believe, okay, this is a certified public account. No, the kid on the bike. Or maybe it's not a kid, it could be an older gentleman. I think if that could be one of those electric bikes. Yeah, he's not pedaling. Well, it's an electric bike. They seem to be all the rage. We'll throw the video up on YouTube and we'll get some feedback, hopefully, whether it's acceptable or everybody can't stand it. I mean, that's very possible. Wings and Pies, Universal Discount Package Store to the right. That's been there since I was, probably before I was born. It wasn't always a package store. It used to be a grocery store. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. Zayre's used to be to my right. Matter of fact, when I was a kid, that was an empty field to my right, or to probably directly in front of you. That was an empty field. They used to have a carnival down there once a year. Or maybe it was a circus. Yeah, it was a circus. Elephants, the whole thing. And businesses that you can see. Bank of America. You want a tattoo? You come down here to Wild Cherry Tattoo. I mean, I'm on West Main Street in Norwich, Connecticut right now. Guys, I mean, this is what the experiment is all about right here. I'm doing 30 miles an hour. I got to find a sign, see what the speed limit is, because this feels like I'm crawling. Wow, the speed limit's 35. I can guarantee 1,000% that 35 mile per hour speed limit is rarely followed. I mean, this street. Okay, this is Lamparelli, what used to be Lamparelli's. Now it's Garage Barbershop, right smack in front of you. So I guess that's one of the bonuses of doing this type of thing. Back in the old days, that was Lamparelli's Barbershop right there. Chelsea Groton Bank, right in front of us. Perfect Wash, laundromat, Citgo, gas station coming up. I mean, West Main Street is radically different than when I was a kid. CVS, right there. We got Old Times restaurant. Don't know if it's entered the frame yet. I can't really tell. There's people coming off Mount Pleasant Street right now. I'm at a stop sign. West Main was the focus of this experiment. But I'll let the tape roll here for a little while. And we'll just pick up some more stuff. This is not going to be a lengthy drive, but I'm heading down West Main towards the city. Maybe I'll just You know what might be cool? Yeah, let me do a little bit of the city. I'm not gonna, this is not a comprehensive, giant, you know, extended video. This is an experiment. It really is. I'm pointing at, I don't know, Kinghua. There's a bunch of cool little businesses over there. But we don't see what's in front. I mean, I'll find out when I get home and look at this video, but I get the impression it's going to be an unusual effect. Because I'm looking straight ahead. It's just, if I was looking sideways continuously, how would that be on the entire drive? I mean, not for the driver, for a passenger. I guess we're going to find out. American ambulance to my right. I'll take a quick cruise through Down City, and then it's game over. Okay, now you got Howard T. Brown Memorial Park over there, probably in front of you. I say probably because it's just a guess on my part. It's all up to the angle of that camera and what it's picking up right now. I'm at a red light on Chelsea Harbor Drive. Now it's pointing towards the bridge on Water Street right now, so I guess you could watch the activity over there, whether it be traffic or maybe people walking. I don't see anybody walking over there. But there's cars. And I'm going to go through the city a little bit. I'm not going to go. I'll cover just some of the highlights, and then I'll head back maybe towards NFA. I can't, at least there's certain areas I can't drive that slow. Down City, I can drive slow, so we can pick up different things. Shannon Building is probably right in front of you right now. You're probably looking at that's close to the entrance of the Shannon Building. I'm looking at the Warregan. You probably don't see any of that. Okay, these are blinking red lights. I can go. Reed and Hughes is being redeveloped beautifully, by the way, right there. That wood, plywood. Okay, here's the roundabout. I'm going to go around the entire roundabout with this camera pointing in that direction. So that could be interesting. I'll go around the whole thing maybe twice because I want to get up to the... okay, that school bus stopping. That could be a head-spinning situation right there for you guys. I don't know. For my viewers. Okay, now, if I'm not mistaken, this thing will probably give you a good view of City Hall, I think. Maybe right around now or soon. And I'm going to head back over to... Okay, there's probably City Hall right there, I'm guessing. This puts me... I just came off Bath Street. And this puts me on Broadway, which will then put me on Main Street. For some reason, these lights are blinking. That's a rough situation for certain folks here. But well, let's get rocking. All right, now I'm on Main Street. I'm going by the Harp and Dragon. There's law offices. Many, many law offices right there. Different buildings with some are under construction or, in the process of being rehabilitated right now. There's the parking garage, Main Street parking garage. There's another building I always loved right there. And the former Dunkin' Donuts will be coming into frame soon. Now they're remodeling or there's a business, I believe, that's going to be going in there. I can hear pounding. Somebody's hammering or something in there. So after all these years, somebody's finally, they're going to revitalize the building and it's going to be up and running, I would assume, soon. You take a look in the window. Yeah, there's people working in there. Got another red light. Wow, there's a big container over there. Don't know if you can see it or not. They must be, hauling out a lot of debris and, part of the remodeling process. I don't have a clue what's going on. Somebody's honking horns and going wild. Can't be me. I'm first in line on a red light. A lot of traffic. Maybe school got out or something. I noticed school buses all over the place. This light here, I'm coming off Main Street in Norwich, and I'll be jumping onto Washington. This can be a long light. Doesn't bother me, but it's, that's just a fact of the matter. There's all kind of cars every which way you look. I mean, this is like something unusual about the, 3 o'clock hour, 3:05 p.m. right now that seems to turn the level of traffic up to 11. I mean, this is more beeping, honking. I don't know, it's very unusual. I don't see the reason for it, but something's going on somewhere. I mean, hundreds of cars. Finally got a green light. Hundreds of cars. Every which way you look. I mean, there's something. Yeah, I just looked up. What is that? I don't know if it's, I guess, West Main Street. Maybe technically not. But as far as the eye can see, way over to my left, the opposite direction of where you're looking now, cars as far as the eye could see. So maybe possible accident on the highway. A lot of times traffic will get off 395 if there's an accident and kind of flood the zone in these little towns like Norwich as people try to navigate their way around, and rather than sit in traffic on 395 for an hour. Pure speculation on my part, but I see no other reason why there'd be that large amount of traffic back there. Buckingham School used to be where you're looking. Right now, there's nothing there but a hill. They knocked the school down several years ago. So if you went there, it's gone. Congregation Brothers of Joseph right there. You get to see some of the really cool houses on Washington Street as I drive by. Try to keep what am I doing now? 35 miles per hour. There's a good house right there, the Converse house. Okay, we're coming up on Chelsea Parade. Let me take a... You know what? I'm just going to keep going. I'll take a right. I don't know if I want to be behind that big truck. If I go straight and then take a left, you'll get a glimpse of Norwich Free Academy. So that's probably worth it. Park Congregational Church is coming up right there, probably. I say probably because of I told you. I keep repeating myself, but it's odd working with this camera pointing in a different direction. Now, I'm going to turn left, and you're going to be able to get a good... I'm going to let this girl go. I think we're supposed to. She's walking across the street. You can't see her. I can. But I'm going to turn left, and you'll get a glimpse of NFA right now, I think. Slater Memorial Museum, and right there. So that's a potential benefit of having this camera angled this way. As I sweep across the campus of Norwich Free Academy. Now, I have a video where I am on the ground walking around the entire campus of NFA, you know, talking, pointing out different buildings, the track, the football field, all that. So that gets you a really good view. It's on my YouTube channel right now. Just search Norwich Free Academy on my, in my feed. But this is, like right now I'm just planted here. I'm trying to see what the camera seems to be pointing to a parking lot. An NFA parking lot. We have a green light, so I'm going to pull up just a touch, and you'll see a brick, I don't know, administration building, but it's a beautiful structure right there, I think. Wow. I mean, there is miles of traffic ahead of me. I guess if I want to go slow, I'm going to look at the different buildings, like right here, Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church. It's an incredible church right there. We got it on video. And you get to see some of the nice homes built, many of them in the 1800s, early 1900s. You have some mid-century 1900 residential structures to my, in front of you. We're about to enter the Norwichtown section of Norwich, Connecticut. As we slow down to a crawl here. Okay, we're stopping. This is going to be interesting. I'm kind of excited about finding out what this looks like. Okay, we're in Norwichtown right now. We just crossed the threshold. There's a Dutch colonial house, all kind of different styles. You get federal, Dutch colonial. There's another Dutch colonial coming up on your right, along with the federal style property. We are cruising at 5 miles per hour. So I'm going to get a definite, range as we pass Gulf gas station. I'm going to get a good range of speeds and how that affects things. Arnold Place right there. There's a sign erected right there, Benedict Arnold, and there's a big long explanation of apparently that little ranch right there. That's obviously a new house, but I believe that's where Benedict Arnold's home stood. If not there, then maybe back a little bit. As we get to see some of the houses, which would be across from the Bacchus Hospital, the opposite side of the street of the Bacchus Hospital. And I'm on, again, Washington Street. Johnson's Flower Shop back there. They're close. somebody bought the business, and they will be, I think, remodeling and fixing things up a little bit, and opening hopefully this year. I don't know the name of the new business. Maybe they'll keep the same name. I don't know. All right, we're at a stoplight on Washington Street right now. We're just pointing the camera at a random house. Now, in theory, I could edit out a lot of static footage where I'm just stopped and just keep everything kind of flowing along, in a steady fashion. Or I could just let everything from start to finish get published up on YouTube for you guys to watch. I'll figure that out in the editing process. Harlan Road will be right about there, but I'm not going to go up Harlan Road right now. I'm going to take a right. There's so much traffic down there. There's some cool houses to see down here. This is Washington Street. It used to be called Washington Street Extension. Old colonial homes. When I say old, I mean 1700s, really vintage stuff. Let me slow down. Yeah, there's some really interesting properties right in here, like this house. And again, this is a wide lens, but I'm kind of right on top of it, so you're only going to get a glimpse. Some of these houses, early 1700s. Guy, I was all alone on this road, and a guy is, following me, approached me probably doing 60 miles an hour, but I mean, good, he's not following me. That's a break. It's 3:15 p.m. I'm going to work my way up to the... Whoa. Okay, now see, this is one time that my camera being pointed in an unusual direction could come in handy. Or not. Maybe if it was pointing straight ahead, it would be better. There's a fire truck. There's all kind of action going on up here. I'm going to turn around because I don't want to be here for the long haul. Anyways, there's a look at the situation. So, rare time the camera pointing that way did actually, in fact, come in handy. That yellow building right there, one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. Samuel Huntington lived there at one time. I'm on East Town Street. There's a nice scene right there. That barn. I always love that barn. And I'm going to go back down Washington Street Extension, as I remember it from my youth, now called just plain Washington Street. Oh yeah, it's spring. You got your landscaping crews coming out, doing the spring cleaning. And Lowthorpe Meadows. Once we get beyond these hedges, right there, Lowthorpe Meadows. I have videos on that, several on this channel. Walkthroughs, whatever, multiple videos. Check it out. If you've never been there, it's definitely worth your time, definitely worth a walk around. So I'm going to head down back into that you know, what was kind of a really heavy traffic situation, but I don't think I have much of a choice. Because there's either a fire back there, or, I mean, there's a big fire truck, police, a lot going on over there. But I'm gonna get out onto Town Street. Let's see what we're dealing with. That's not bad. You got Goodyear Tire in this area. There's several businesses. Laurie's Deli. Green light. Let's get through this. Okay, all of a sudden traffic is vaporized. I'll take it. There's another little mall. Not mall, but series of buildings, businesses connected together as we drive up Town Street. I'm going to end the video pretty soon, very soon, once I get past the First Congregational Church up here. Norwichtown Green to the right, really beautiful, a lot of old colonial homes. And when I turn left, it's going to point to First Congregational Church right there, and that's the end of the video.